At this point in time, as per usual, the executive is usually introduced, and I'd like to introduce the president, Ms. Christine Watley. The vice president is absent unavoidably this afternoon. The secretary is Ms. Mary Keynes. The treasurer is Ms. Mel Liban. The PRO is Dr. O'Loughlin. He is missing today, as many of you realize. He is en route from another diabetes conference that was held in Guyana. He'll be here with you next week, I'm sure, next session that we have. And there are two council members present, Mr. Randy Taylor and myself. My name is Jasmine Hanley. So without further ado, I'd like to call on our president, Christine Watley, to bring us the invocation.
Loving and eternal Heavenly Father, we do thank you for today. We thank you, Heavenly Father, that you have given us another time to serve your people, and we thank you for those who are here. As we, Heavenly Father, deal with the service of diabetes, we ask, Lord, that you bless us as a people and bless us as a country and keep us well, keep us better, even if we live with diabetes. Bless the presenters this afternoon, O God, and help us to have a great sitting in Jesus' precious name. Amen.
Thank you, Madam President. As you may be aware, one of our mandates as an association is to, according to Dr. Lochner, we may have heard him say so, is to spread the gospel of diabetes. That is, for us to have as much knowledge as we possibly can about the disease, for us to follow our medication and prescription plans, for us to consult with our doctors often, for us to test often, and for us to engage in sessions such as these. So without further ado, I'm going to invite our presenters. They are Dr. Randy Liban and Dr. Trevor Christmas. They have both opted not to present a CD. They will both introduce themselves. Thank you very much.
Welcome to the session on diabetes and your oral health. My name is Dr. Randy Liban. I'm originally from Keon. I went to the Keon Primary School and the Keon High School. I still reside in Keon. I first started working as a dental assistant in 1998. I worked for in 1995, sorry, when I finished high school. I worked for 2 years, then I went off to study in Cuba in 1998 to become a dentist. I returned in 2004, worked for 3 years, and then I went back to Cuba to specialize in braces in 2007. Then I came back in 2011 and rejoined the service at the Utah Dental Clinic. Presently, I'm the Chief Dental Officer from 2011 to present. Hope that's good enough information about me. So now that we know each other, we're going to start with the presentation. And today we're talking about diabetes. Just a short recap on what is diabetes, because we all know what is diabetes. There are two types of diabetes, type 1 and type 2. Type 1 is when the pancreas doesn't produce enough insulin. So what you find out is that there's an increase of glucose or blood sugar in the blood, and the organs and the muscles cannot take up or use this glucose for energy or to store them. In the type 2, the pancreas also don't produce enough insulin, but the receptor cells in the muscles and organs, they are not able to take up the blood sugar, so hence you have a high level of glucose within the blood. So you may ask the question if there's a connection between the state of your oral health and your general health. Yes, apart from the heart diseases, the stroke, you also can get diabetes, which affects the kidneys. So diabetes and our oral health. First, when you go to the doctor or to the dentist, it's important that you tell them or explain to them all your medical conditions, including diabetes. This really helps the doctor or the dentist to plan a better treatment schedule for the patient. So one of the complications of diabetes is oral health. Sometimes what you find happen is that most of the signs of all the disease that happens in general health, you can find them first appearing in the mouth. So these are things that we actually look for when we do the oral examination. So going to the dentist, we're going to look at your mouth, we're going to check your teeth, your gums, the roof of your mouth, your tongue, inside your cheek to make sure that there are no lesions, there are no signs of any medical conditions, and any signs of complication of diabetes. Okay. So some of the dental problems that we have dental caries, calculus buildup, that's plaque, that's food that gets hard and stays on your teeth. You have gingivitis, periodontitis, that's a disease of the gum, and Dr. Christmas is going to elaborate on that aspect. You can have bad breath or sensitivity to the teeth. So when you come to the dentist, these are some of the things that we're going to find within your mouth. Right? So on the left, you can see that that's a picture of a normal tooth. So that's how we're going to first check for it, to make sure that your teeth are clean and healthy. But when you have diabetes, you can have what we call dental caries happening. That's on the right, where the tooth gets decayed, it gets a hole in it, and left untreated, the tooth continues to progress down to the nerves, and the nose becomes inflamed or infected, and we can have a dental abscess forming at the bottom of the tooth. So high blood glucose or uncontrolled diabetes can lead to two things. You can have dental caries where the pulp or where the blood and all the nerve vessels are, the chain of the blood and nerve vessels, that can become inflamed and infected and you get a dental abscess, or you can also get the gum disease. We call periodontitis. Periodontitis is where the gums and the bones become involved in this process. So studies have shown that 1 in 5 cases of tumors is always linked to diabetes. So it's important that we check our blood sugar levels and make sure everything is in control. So some of the effects, as I mentioned, you can have excessive tooth decay, gum disease, infection, and delayed healing. So this is why it's important that when you go to the dentist, you indicate that you're diabetic. Because if the healing gonna stay longer, it means that we're gonna have additional issues taking place. So we'd have to treat it differently to our regular patient. In this case, we'd have to give you additional medication that would help in the healing process. You can have salivary gum dysfunction. This is where you don't produce enough saliva or spit as you normally say, and this increases chances where you can get additional issues happening to the mouth because your mouth is going to be dry, and then you have the bacteria building up. You have a higher number of bacteria within your mouth. And with the high number of bacteria in your mouth, you're susceptible to get what we call fungal infections. This is where the bacteria thrive in this environment and cause some white stuff to go on your tongue, on the roof of your mouth, inside of your cheek. And because your tongue is covered with all this phlegm, it sometimes taste becomes difficult. So far so good? So as I say, you can get the root caries. That's where you have the holes happening and the neck of the tooth are close to the gums. You have the calculus buildup. We also have the gum residing because of periodontal issues, and spacing. The teeth becomes loose and shaky and cause spaces within the teeth. So on the right, you have like a healthy gum that's pink and nice in color. On the left, we have diabetes. The gum is red and swollen and actually start to separate from around the neck of the tooth. So this is where you get the sensitivity happening, and also getting food and plaque getting lodged in between your teeth and your gums. So this is a picture of a diabetic patient that gets oral candidiasis, or what we call thrush. So you can see the roof of the mouth with all the whitey stuff and including the tongue. So it's important that you let us know, because we'd have to give you a different set of medication to treat this condition rather than the normal medication that we give a regular dental patient. So for those of us who actually have a sweet tooth, we have to be very careful to make sure that we're not diabetic. So it's good that we get tested to ensure that we don't have this condition. And having diabetes, apart from leading to stroke and heart disease, we're going to have all the issue with your teeth and your gums. It's not very clear, but this is a picture of where the gums are inflamed. We have all kind of ulcers taking place. And remember, it's a two-way street where gum disease can lead to diabetes, and diabetes can also lead to gum disease. Somebody who's diabetic have a greater chance of getting gum diseases. So how do we treat a patient who have diabetes? After you've been diagnosed with diabetes, it's always important that you get a dental checkup done. And in this dental checkup, we're going to determine if you have dental caries or you have a periodontal problem. And this is how we refer you to a general dentist, or you do general treatment, or you refer you to a specialist that are going to take care of treating the gum issue. And in all the treatment, we want to educate you to ensure that you know how to take better care of yourself, although you live with this condition. So we have to do the regular brushing. It's important that we brush at least 3 to 4 times a day, after every meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and before going to bed. Why after every meal is because after eating, the food stays on your teeth and on your gums, and we need to get that removed. It's a cycle where we need the food to stay for extended amount of time on the gums and the bacteria to build up. So if we're going to break the chain by removing the food, then there's nothing for the bacteria to work on. So it's important to brush after every meal. Sometimes you might say, oh, we're working or we're traveling and we're not at home. There are two things you can do. Walk with a toothbrush, or you can also try to rinse to remove as much debris off the teeth as possible. And before going to bed, sometimes we ask the question, what if I don't eat before I go to bed? Why should I brush my teeth? It's to reduce the bacteria count within the mouth. Everybody has bacteria, means the bacteria which is normal. But when the bacteria builds up and the food stays on the teeth, then the bacteria have enough time. They can have at least 6 to 8 hours sleeping, and the bacteria have enough time to work on the food, break down the sugar into acid, and then that's how we get the holes and everything. So you brush before going to bed to reduce the bacterial count. That's why sometimes in the morning when we wake up, we find our mouth feels sticky with the phlegm. It's because we don't brush and the bacteria build up overnight. So we should also floss at least twice daily. Why do we have to floss? Is when we brush, the bristles of the toothbrush don't get in between the teeth. So you need to floss to remove all the food from between the teeth. There are 2 types of floss. There are the wax floss and the unwaxed floss. If you want to use the wax floss, it's best to floss before you brush, so that when you brush, you actually remove the wax from between your teeth, and then the bacteria and the food don't have nothing to stick on. So we got to also ensure that we get our blood sugar checked regularly, keep it under control, and for human's sake, no smoking when you are diabetic, because the condition itself, it puts us at getting heart disease or stroke, and then smoking is one of the major factors of increasing risk of getting heart disease or stroke. And it's important that we exercise. Walking, stretching, this is greatly help the condition, improve your physical ability, and also don't forget to take your diabetic medication. Sometimes patients come to the clinic and we ask them to take the diabetic medication. They say no, because they're coming to the dentist. But coming to the dentist doesn't mean that you don't have to take your medication. Most of the medication that we give the diabetic patient, it does not interfere with the regular medication that they take for diabetes. Sometimes what we have to do for the patient. We cannot do it if the diabetes or the blood sugar is out of control. So we need to get that regulated, get it under control, and then we do whatever dental procedure unless it's an emergency. So with all the brushing and flossing, it's also important that we eat healthy, we eat a balanced diet, and please schedule a regular dental visit. Don't wait until the gums are swollen, you're in pain, to circle coming to the dentist. It's important that you get a dental checkup at least twice a year to ensure that everything is under control. Thank you. I will leave the questions until Dr. Christmas finished making his presentation.
Is Dr. Trevor Christmas. I grew up in Sandy Point, attended the Sandy Point Primary School, Sandy Point High School, went on to CFBC, and then in 1999 I went to Cuba to study. I returned in 2005, and since returning I've worked at Newtown, Sandy Point, and I'm presently working at Mary Charles in Molyneux. This afternoon, I would like to speak about periodontal disease and how it affects diabetic patients. But one of the things that I would like to ask this afternoon is, can I see the hands of those who went to the dentist at least in the last 6 months here? So I'm seeing a bit of hands. But one of the reality that we are faced with is that persons don't go to the dentist because they're afraid. They're scared of the dentist. Just the dentist, the topic of the dentist here today, I'm certain that some persons are scared of that. And that's the reality that we are faced with on a daily basis. Diabetics, I'm certain they are no less fearful of going to the dentist than others. And that's one of the major issues with which we are confronted with. First, persons must overcome that fear of the dentist. Why are people fearful of going to the dentist? Needles. That's the main issue here. Persons are afraid of the long needles. I've heard stories also of many years ago, there was a dentist who actually, when you misbehave in his chair, you could get a punch in your stomach, you could get a slap. So, believe it or not, many persons, they still associate that type of treatment with going to the dentist. We hear it up until this present day. And these are some of the challenges that we're faced with in terms of administering care to diabetic patients. Not just diabetic patients, but care to patients on a whole. Some parents, they actually tell the children about taking them to the dentist as a form of punishment. Sometimes the child might come to the dentist, and even before doing anything to them, they just start screaming, they're crying, because before they left home, they were told, you're going to go to the dentist and he's going to give you a hard injection and pull out your teeth. I had one child who came and her brother actually told her the dentist was going to cut out her tongue when she got there. So these are the challenges that we're faced with in terms of delivering dental care to patients. I don't think the doctors have such a challenge with you guys visiting. Most likely you visit the doctor regularly. But in terms of coming to the dentist, I'm certain that there's some persons inside here who could say that they haven't been to the dentist in about 2 years or more. And some persons, they actually find pleasure in saying things like, I don't go to the dentist, I've never been to the dentist in my life. Just recently I saw a patient, and he's in his 40s, and he came for a cleaning, and he said, this is the first time I'm getting my teeth clean. Now could you imagine someone in their 40s and that was the first time they're getting their teeth clean? you could imagine the kind of work I had to do. It was a lot of work. And this afternoon, I want to speak to you and explain to you that you, as diabetics, you cannot do that. You cannot pass extended period of time without taking care of your teeth, without getting them clean. Some persons complain sometimes and say, but cleaning teeth is hard. You feel a lot of pain, but there's some sort of benefit to getting your teeth clean regularly. Normally when you eat your food, you have the remains of the food, they stick to your teeth. And over time, if you're not following good oral hygiene habits, what you find happening is that buildup of plaque on your teeth, it transforms into what is called calculus. And your teeth, if we were, my presentation is not working right now, so I want to improvise. So let's just look at for some reason we were supposed to use this table as an example. So we have the floor here and we have the legs for the table. So the floor, we're going to consider that to be the bone for your teeth. The legs of the table, we're going to consider that to be the gums. So your teeth are supported in place by the bone and the gums. Inside of the gums you have tissues and periodontal ligaments that hold the teeth in place. So what you find happening over a period of time, when you have this buildup of plaque on your teeth, the ligaments that hold the teeth in place, they become loose. They start receding. So just imagine that this is a tooth and you take out this leg from here. Would this table be able to stand up properly? It will start toppling over time. And this is what you see happening with persons who are suffering from diabetes. You find when you don't get your regular cleanings and checkup, over time as the periodontal disease progresses, your teeth, you might start getting a small movement. As that buildup progresses, what you find happening is that the population of the bad bacteria, it multiplies, it increases. So even though you might have had one tooth that was affected, the presence of that bacteria starts basically spreading to the different areas of your mouth. So pretty soon, all of the gums become infected with that bacteria. So then all of the teeth, they start shaking. And funny enough, some persons, they don't get those telltale signs where we see a lot of patients sometimes because they have pain. But persons would come to the dentist and their teeth, they're shaking like this and they're not feeling any pain. So for them, because they don't see it as anything urgent. They don't see it as a problem because there's no pain. But the end result of not taking care of your teeth when you start see that movement is that eventually that would lead to tooth loss. You would have to do extractions on these teeth. And the extractions for teeth in that state, they are pretty simple. Sometimes person don't even have to come to the dentist. If you eat a good solid dumpling, you could get the extraction done. So it's very important that diabetics and once they realize you start seeing these movements on your teeth, you visit the dentist because you must get your teeth clean. Some persons will say things, well, I normally brush my teeth every day. But the funny thing about brushing your teeth every day is that once you start getting that buildup on your teeth, once it hardens, your brushing cannot remove it. You will have to come to the dentist where we have special equipment that basically vibrates on that buildup and gets it off. A regular toothbrush cannot take that buildup off. So it's important that you get your teeth clean on a regular basis. For some persons, we recommend every 6 months. For others, because their build-up might be happening faster than normal, we recommend you get it done at least every 3 months. So it's very important that as diabetics, we are on the lookout for periodontal problems. Some persons only go to the dentist because they're concerned about cavities. But many persons lose their teeth also because of gum-related issues. I'm certain for the older folks around here would have heard the saying, pyrrole. That is also what we consider to be gum disease. So it's very important that you have that looked after. Any questions so far? I'm going to see if I could pull up a couple of pictures I have here. To show you the effect of that buildup on your teeth. So just in case for some reason you're wondering what is calculus of that buildup, you see this around here? That's the presence of calculus, and this is the hard stuff that I was telling you about that's responsible for the breakdown of the delicate gum tissues and also the bone. So here we have the early signs of gum disease. So you see the recession on the gum line. The gums once used to be in this area. So now the gums, they have receded up to this area, and left untreated, that disease progresses, and soon you will start seeing this tooth extended. It will basically be going longer than the others. So it's very important that go ahead. So we have a picture here of a good picture of the presence of that calculus again on the teeth. And what you see here, you see how the gums, they are all swollen and puffy right in between here. So it's important that this buildup is eliminated. Also, I want you to pay attention to this. This is the presence of, sometimes because that buildup is so heavy, you could have, it also leads to gum, to decay on your teeth. So in many cases, you have a combination, not just gum disease, but you have a combination of gum disease and cavities on that particular patient. It's not too clear, but it shows you how the tissues, they are separated from around the neck of the tooth. So this tooth is actually just there, dangling in the ear. Okay, so in this slide we have another case of a patient who's suffering from periodontal problems. And if you look carefully, what you're seeing here is an abscess on the gum. And the abscess is created because of the buildup of plaque. This patient also wears dentures. So one of the problems with gum disease also is that because of the movement of the teeth, because they're no longer firm, sometimes your denture starts to fit in a funny way, like it becomes ill-fitting. A denture that once used to be snug and fit firm in your mouth, it might become loose because of the movement on the teeth. So it's very important, even though you're wearing dentures and they're supported by teeth on either side of the denture, it's important that you go to the dentist also to get your regular cleanings done. Pretty soon that denture will be fitting properly. Okay, so this is a perfect example of the results of gum disease. The gums at one point in time, they used to be, this is where the neck of the tooth is. It used to be in this area. And over time, most likely that patient wasn't getting any proper treatment in terms of getting their teeth clean. So you see the level of recession that's there. So in cases like these, unfortunately, that patient would lose most of her teeth. Because even if the patient decides to take out maybe the ones that are most affected, a denture still will not fit properly because the other teeth in the surrounding area, they are not properly supported, so most likely the denture would be ill-fitting also. Okay, so that's it to some extent in terms of the slides.
Gentlemen, Dr. Randy Liebert and Dr. Trevor Christmas, we'd like to thank you very much for your presentation. Somebody will do the vote of thanks a little more formally in a little while. I'd just like to let you know that we will be offering some testing, random blood testing for, I believe, 10 select persons in here. So 5, okay, thank you. 5 of you who wish to, oh, you've been doing it, okay. There's one more. So Sister Watley and the others are taking care of that. All right, so I guess this is where we ask our person to give a vote of thanks, and I'd like to call on the other council member, Randy Taylor, to do so.
Everyone, first we would like to thank God for His mercies in getting all of us here. We have quite a good attendance. Sometimes our meeting is not this well attended, so we are grateful. Then I would like to thank each of you who made the effort to come out and listen to this presentation. And I'm sure that you take the recommendations that the doctors gave us into consideration as you go about your daily life, and you take your health into consideration. The doctors, we are grateful to them. Dr. Randy Liebert and Dr. Trevor Christmas, they came here and they shared a lot to our diabetics, but the presentations was more than directed to diabetics. In a sense, it was also directed in our general dental health. We got quite a lot of tips that we should live by, that should help us in keeping our dentals and our health intact. We were given some cautions as to what not to do or what is best to do, and we were given some regular directions as to how to go about taking care of our teeth in terms of enhancing our health. I'm sure that all of us will take these recommendations, and I'm grateful for the 2 doctors for coming and sharing their expertise this afternoon. Would you please give both of them a round of applause? I also thank the executive members who put in the work behind the scene in getting this presentation to you and getting the doctors contacted, and for administering our test this afternoon. Again, I'd like to say thanks to all who participated in this presentation.